Well, it's just all coming apart now, isn't it? Alien Earth, episode 7. Better than the last one. The last one, as I said, was a bit of it was a combination moving the pieces on the board for what was going to happen next. And also, the idiot ball was getting passed around a fair bit in that one. The idiot ball seems to have largely been put away here. I mean, unless you're still holding a grudge over things that happened in the previous episode, to which we're still dealing with some of the consequences. But I think the choices and decisions made in this episode track a fair bit better and feel a bit less contrived, like a character is behaving that way strictly because it's what gets the plot move forward. I feel that a bit less. Like, a good example of why it works much better here is if you are using like the strictest definition of the notion of an indie ball, you might be going, hey, Vera, wait a minute. What about freaking Kid Cavalier, Kid Genius, Boy Genius, whatever the hell? He is clearly making incredibly just moronic decisions. Yes, you're correct. He is. But they're also very, very, very in character for him. His decisions that he's making in regards to keeping these things around, moving one of them, trying to communicate with it, thinking he even can, and then beginning to plot to put it out, take it out of the sheep and put it into a human being, are all based on his basic arrogance. I actually really love this character because of how much I hate him. It's a perfect execution of what it's trying to be. This is a guy who I do not doubt has some degree of intellect and has probably done some impressive things with that intellect at earlier points in his life, most especially. But what he reads as to me is someone who, at some point in his life, went through the logical progression of, my ideas are good and work, therefore I am smart. But at this point has been operating for probably a good decade at least on the reverse assumption. I am smart, therefore my ideas are good and will work. He doesn't stop and examine any notion he has. He assumes he's right because he's smart. Now, you can argue he's not, especially. I'm sure he is in some ways, but it's very clear he's operating from the assumption of, I am smart, therefore my ideas are good. And watching somebody like that make really bad decisions, no, that tracks for me. That makes total sense. So, seeing things progress, it is getting a bit more into an action-y area, and it feels like it's setting up a very action-heavy climax, which is mildly disappointing. Not majorly. I think part of me kind of expected this to happen, but I had hoped, I think, for a more philosophical and more measured conclusion that I think we're actually going to get. I think we're probably going to get something fairly action-heavy, and we kind of get tastes of it here as Morrow and his team arrive, and we see Kirsch leading a bunch of people, and we have a confrontation kind of on the docks and all that. We're really building for everything to come apart in horrific alien fashion. And I know that some of the bigger philosophical ideas are going to have to take a backseat to that, which is a little bit of a shame in my book. That having been said, the ideas aren't gone. They're not being abandoned for the sake of the action and the horror. They are being, as I said, backburnered a little bit, but they're still here. You still have these moments, especially like the kids, the Lost Boy characters. They were really great this episode. Like the two who were dragging Arthur. Their reactions and responses to everything that goes on just felt so true to children to me. And the way that they panic and they're like, I tried really hard. I did what you said, but it didn't work. Please don't be mad at me. Or like the one who kind of get, I'm sorry, I can't remember names. I'm sorry, I can't. But the one who kind of gets roped in on it and he completely freaks out after the chest burster. He's like, you didn't tell me this was going to happen. Like he was so not prepared. and the reactions feel very genuine to the kind of panic a child would have. And those moments hit really good. But also, not all children react to things the same way. And we have the flip side of that, which is the one who had previously thought she was pregnant. And we watch her go off. That one's really interesting. I don't want to go so far as to describe it as like the responses of a disturbed child. I feel like that's an oversimplification, but I will tell you what, especially when she started attacking people on that boat, I'll tell you what it reminded me of. It reminded me of Pierrot le Fou, which is a Cowboy Bebop character and episode. It is, in fact, my favorite Cowboy Bebop episode. And one of the things that really deeply unsettles me about the character of Pierrot is that his mental state, combined with what he is capable of doing, when he enacts violence, which he does regularly, it very much feels like, he's reveling in it, but it's not because he's an evil guy, or, given that we're talking about people with a mind more akin to a child, an evil child. It's because he doesn't really fully appreciate and understand what it means to cause pain and death. Like, to some level, he kind of gets it, but not really. Not in a way that would stay his hand. And like, what I love about that episode is he feels, and I've described it this way before, he feels like nothing so much as an early teenager or, a tween or something playing a video game with all the cheats on. That's how he comes across. And I got little glimpses of this with her when she just starts tearing into these people because she can. And she is in a state where she just, if she has any care about causing people she doesn't know harm, it's not enough to stop her. And I'm not sure she does have that care. I think it comes across really well. And given Wendy's reaction, I think things are about to get a lot worse. We're seeing the continued sort of bond between Wendy and the hatched and fully grown Xenomorph, which is interesting to see play out, and it's playing out about like I expected it to. We'll see how it goes at the very tail end. It was neat seeing the Xenomorph kind of take out these guys in the long grass. It almost felt like a Xenomorph in the middle of a Predator movie, but not like Alien versus Predator, but like the jungle setting and the tall grass, and just goes in and takes out these heavily armed people by itself. Felt a little Predator-ish, and I mean that in a good way. So yeah, that was kind of neat, and I dug that. I am really fascinated by that eye thing. I really am. The fact that it was responding to that guy, with the further digits of pi, and then when he asked for more, it just shat. It's like, no. I showed you what I can do. Leave me alone. That moments like that were really good. And I'm going to be really fascinated to see what gets done, especially with Morrow and Kirsch in the last episode. Because as much as I have enjoyed a lot of the characters, especially the Lost Boy characters, I found the two of them to be the most fascinating. And I'm really going to be curious to see where things wrap up with them, because they feel like characters in parallel in a lot of ways. And I want to see if that's a thing that was done on purpose and goes somewhere, or a thing that just kind of happened just because of the acting choices made. I'm going to be real curious about that. I don't think I have too many other specifics to get into. Yeah, it's solid. It's not amazing. It's not the best, but it's solid. And it sets us up for a brutal finale. I think my hope for the finale is, like, since it's kind of set up to like go right into the carnage, that maybe the carnage will be more or less wrapped up by the halfway mark, and we'll get a more philosophical ending in the time after that. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. It's good though. I'm enjoying this a lot. And like honestly, previous episode still stands as the weakest episode of the show, but like if that's as bad as it gets, we're on good standing. Alien Earth, episode 7. What did you think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Patreon pays the bills and enables me to do this as my living. Even if you can't help me out that way, like, share, subscribe. Those all help. Don't worry too much about it, though. We take a relaxed attitude here, so you can just come on back next time you need a break. And now to thank my highest supporting patrons. Robin Moore, Jared Boyce, Zubin Lafula, Monty Kate 808, Mira G, Angry Casperl, Dave Hall, Movie Turtle, Oliver B, Sean Miller, Welsh Wrestling Geeks, Alyssa Pedersen, Mary Mello, Becky Sparks, Loki Eris, Tracy Scrabbit, Pau Barabajoggle, and Sir Didymus is my favorite, as well as Welsh Wrestling Geeks. So, folks said they wanted the rats back. Here they are. I really should have not worn something that exposed this much skin. Their nails are sharp. Ow. Oh, you guys. Get back here. Butthead.